Hi, it's Lynn Shuck with Healing and Balance. We're going to look at a variety of ways to put front warrior together as a series of poses. It is one single pose, and you can make all these variations and movements within it that can turn into quite a long portion of a practice, or you could take any one variation and stick it into your practice. So let's look at front warrior to begin with, the pose itself. You start with your feet parallel hip distance. This is not this distance, this is pelvis width. As you step back, you want to keep your feet pelvis width, not on a balance beam. I have a whole video about it, so I'm not going to go into great detail about that. We're doing the variations. So we take the first leg, we take a big step back. We want to press weight down into the front heel, press the ball of the foot into the floor. We want to push back through the back heel, even across the ball of the back foot. We're going to squeeze in and lift up. And we'll step the back leg forward. We'll take the second side. Big step back. Notice I'm not really doing anything with my arms other than a little movement between rounds. Press your front heel into the ground, add the ball of the foot. Push back through the back heel, even across the ball of the foot. Squeeze in at the top of the thighs and lift up. And we step the front leg forward. Second round, big step back. We find the feet again, heels, balls of the feet. We squeeze in, lift up. Now we're going to start to move the torso forward. Pelvis tips toward the front thigh. Pelvis comes back to vertical. Now I'm moving my arms as I go. You don't have to. You could leave your hands on your hips or leave them by your side. We're going down and up. And as we go down and up, it almost feels like your butt sticks out as your pelvis tips forward, so you're not rounding your spine. You're not doing one of these to go over. And we'll take the second side. Big step back. Find your feet. We'll squeeze in, lift up. And we start to tip forward again. Again, pelvis coming toward that front thigh. Pelvis coming off the front thigh. I am coordinating my breath with this generally. One part of the breath to go down and one part to come back up. And then the next time you're up, you'll step your back foot forward again. Round 3. We're going to take a big step back. We're going to try and keep that back leg where it is and straighten the front knee and bend the front knee. Now the tricky thing is here, the back leg is going to want to help. We don't want to do that. We're going to get pushed slightly backward as we straighten and bend, and you want that front foot glued to the floor. The next time that leg is straight, we can keep it straight, pressing down into that front foot, pushing that back through that back heel and squeezing in at the top of the thighs. And we'll bend the knee and step the back leg forward. Now you could put a block under your back foot, and I'll show that on the second side. So it's a little trickier to get set up because you kind of have to figure out where the heel is. You don't want it to be too high, so you're not trying to get way up into the arch. It's the heel of your foot on the block. So then I can press down through my front foot, keep my back foot pressing into the block, and that keeps my back heel from lifting and lowering as I straighten and bend the front knee. Again, I want to keep my front foot glued to the floor as I'm straightening and bending. And then I'm going to keep my legs straight, both feet pressing, and I bend my knee to come out of it. Now our last variation, I'm going to go ahead and leave the block there. We're going to put all of those pieces together. So we're going to set up on the first side. Big step back, find your block, get yourself positioned. And again, with the block, it's a little clunky. You're getting into position. Take your time. Find your feet. You're pressing your heel into the floor, your heel into the block. Balls of the feet are on the floor. We're going to tip forward and stay there. We're going to straighten the front knee and stay there. Press into the feet. Squeeze in at the top of the thighs. Make sure you don't just sink into that heel. Get the ball of the foot and the toes pressing into the floor. And then we're going to bend the knee again and bring the body back upright. Keep your back leg straight and step your back leg forward. We'll take the second side. So it takes a little bit to find where your block is. We want to press into the feet. We want to squeeze and lift up. We're going to tip forward and hold. And then we're going to straighten the front leg and hold. We want to make sure the whole front foot is glued to the floor. Back foot. Squeeze in at the top of the thighs. And we're going to bend the front knee and bring the body upright. Step the back leg forward. That's a whole variety of things. There are so many more things we can do from that pose, but that starts to give you some ideas of ways you can play by changing what you do in one leg or the other, by tipping the torso, putting your spine in different relationship to gravity. You've got some variety in your front warrior series. That's it. Go.